Hi, it's Jan. Hey, it is Tuesday? And all last week everybody was off. They were off for like 10 days. So my house was real super chaotic and messy, and not that it's any less. Okay, it is less messy. I'm going to give myself that one. I cleaned a lot yesterday. But I also tried to clean cobwebs out of my brain. And I've been in a stall. Let's call it a stall because it's not really a stall. Since the end of December. Okay, toward the end of December, I got down to 179. And ever since then, I've been up in the 180s, up to 182, kind of flirting around there. And in the past, my weight loss has been to lose and then gain and lose a little bit, but usually it's over a 2-week period that I'll go through that little blip. But this was almost 2 months. And I was thinking maybe I'm done with weight loss. And I'd gone to my appointment, my 1-year appointment, and they were real supportive. And I didn't tell them that I felt that I was done. And but I started thinking back to what the dietitian has told me in the past. When in a stall, she said, "Go back to what you were doing that worked." Okay, so what I've done in the past that worked was in the beginning of the day and then at the night to do my protein shake, which is heavenly chocolate egg protein from the Vitamin Shop, 100 calories per scoop and 22 grams of protein. And then I had been adding cashew milk into it, but now I just mix it with water and a little bit of black coffee if I want a kick. So last night was the first time in ages that I put a literally ages, that I put a protein shake in at night. This is after dinner, and I'll tell you, honestly, I still eat after dinner. I try and cut it off prior to 8 p.m., but here's what happened. So in my Fitness Pal, which is where I journal, I cut my hair, and I've got all this hair on my face. It's crazy. In my Fitness Pal, where I journal, when I want to put in a food, all I have to do is start typing that food on my phone or whatever, and it brings it right up. But I list my meals according to time, and this was the 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. time slot, and I tried to put in my protein shake. I'd really wanted to have toast. I'd really wanted to have 4 pieces of toast, 4, not 5, 4 pieces of toast, which is bad enough, with butter and orange marmalade. And I decided, you know what, I gotta get out of this stall. Okay. So I wanted to put in the shake. It lists your most frequent foods and your most recent foods. And I'm looking down through them, and shake wouldn't even come up. I actually had to type it in and put it in as a new food in that time slot. So what came up? Cookies, toast, bread, more bread, different kinds of bread, pizza, peanut butter. In fact, in looking back at it, half of my calories for the day were occurring during that period of 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Very little of my calories were occurring between 7 a.m. and noon. 3/4 of my calories were happening from noon until that time, until that midnight. I guess that would kind of make sense, but a little bit of them prior to 3 p.m. and all of the rest of them, with the majority being between 6. So it'd be like light, noon, heavy meal, and then continuing on, snowballing until I get to 6 p.m. and then boom, 500-600 calories. So anyway, last night I had the protein shake. This morning I got up and I decided I'm not going to go swim. I love swimming for recreation, and it's something that I do really well, which is cool because I'm a former near drowning victim. When I was 4, my dad didn't know that I could swim, and he was a little bit inebriated and he tossed me in the pool and I almost drowned. And so I always was afraid of water, really afraid of water. And now I swim like a fish. But I don't want to swim anymore. I don't want to swim as my exercise. Maybe once in a while, but there's something about swimming back and forth in laps that just freaking takes the joy out of it. And I hate it. So I don't like walking on the treadmill. I mean, unless it snows and I can't get out to walk, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't like being able to be inside my head so much. I want to be able to watch the birds, talk to people as they walk by me on the road, see a squirrel run up a tree. So anyway, I went back to my walk and I should put this thing back on my wrist. So it's 10 o'clock. I've taken a shower, had my protein drink. Actually, I had 2. And so far on my Fitbit, look at that. I got 9,555 steps in, and it's not even 10 a.m. So my walk today, I took it all the way out to as far as I used to go, 39 flights of stairs, 5.343 miles. And I feel so excellent. When I got on the scale this morning, after my shower and stuff, I was back to 179. And I think that that's because I just didn't have as much food sitting around in the gut from last night. It doesn't represent, oh, wow, she decided to change her mind and suddenly lost 3 pounds. No, but I think it's just poop that was sitting around. You get up and walk, especially outside, and man, that'll bring it on. So that was kind of something. I don't think it was a stall. I think if anything, I was maintaining my weight by eating too much because I'm not done losing weight. I mean, don't anybody in my family look, okay? Still got a lot to lose here. Can you see that? It's all right here. It may not look that horrible, but it's all right here. And this is a ton of fat right here. You won't see me do that too often. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on my computer today and I'm going to re-upload all those videos that I had taken off of YouTube because I was concerned that somebody from church might see them and think that I was suddenly, or that I was not fit for church. You know what, if somebody thinks that, then God bless them. I don't need that. But I do need this accountability, and I do need to remember where I've come from. And I need my cohort group, you folks, that are going through this or thinking about going through this. I need that back. And taking myself out of the whole YouTube and Facebook weight loss surgery cohort, I would call it, because we're all learning through this together, has been detrimental to me. And so anyway, it's not a stall. It was, I think, going to be a gain if I wasn't very careful. And seeing all of that junk food at night, a big, huge wake-up call for me. I want to really try and stick this and keep learning and not screw myself up, because it is so easy to delude myself that it's okay. It's just a little bit of bread. Everybody needs bread. Your brain needs carbs and stuff like that. But you know what? That's how I got to 300 pounds. And that's how I'm going to get right back there. Because it feels good. Oh, here's the other thing. So last night I didn't eat that stuff. It's incredible how our bodies work. At midnight, I got a headache. Really, really bad headache. Didn't sleep well last night, hardly at all. By this morning, it was just pounding. And I'm pretty sure it was a carb headache. Have you ever gotten one of those when you really don't take in the carbs that you're supposed to take in or that your body's used to taking in? My Maxie wants to come in. Now my Max is in. And I cut my hand trying to bring her in off that darn lead. Man, oh man, that's the worst system. I have to think of something better. So help me out here. Tell me about those times when you've had epiphanies about weight loss stalls, or how you deal with carbs and how you deal with after dinner eating. Just give me a hand, because I'm struggling. I really am. And what I'm afraid of is that I'm going to convince myself that, or let somebody talk me into just going back to what I had been doing, which was the whole bread all the time thing. All right, I'm out of here.